Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Biologist. My name is Brittany. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping on this little old video. And if you're oldie but a goodie, thank you so much for coming back. Gonna be checking in on my budget for June. If you're interested in that type of content and seeing where all the money has gone so far, please consider giving this video a like, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. Your girl would appreciate it. Now let's hop into this video. Okay, hopping straight into it. I already have broken down my variable expenses, fixed, savings, and then the seeking funds that we have spent money out of. I also wrote down for some of them what I budgeted, and then we'll fill in what we actually spent so far. But I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. So far this month for grocery, we budgeted $240. I split this with my boyfriend, so he puts $240. I put $240 in our joint account, so we have around $480 a month spent on groceries. So far, I have spent $91.24. This includes some things that we got our normal weekly grocery shopping, but I also got some separate things on my own with the grocery money. So that is what we have total, which means for the rest of the month, we have $148.77 left to spend for the rest of the month. Gas, I budgeted $120. So far, I've only spent $35.03, which means left over we have $84.97. We're midway through June already, so I should be like, this should be plenty, and I may even have like some left over by the end of the month. Beauty, we started off with $40. If you actually watch my budget with me, I didn't, like for June, I'll link it up in the cards. I didn't actually allot any money to beauty this month, but I refigured around some things because I totally forgot I had an event this month, and I did want to go ahead and get braids. Yes, even though I just said I was going to give my hair a break, I decided to get braids. So I needed the money to basically cover the hair. So I took some money out of what I was going to put in my sinking funds, basically. So I budgeted $40. I winded up spending $49.58, which means we have a negative balance of $9.58. That's not too bad. I can make this up with my buffer. And guys, we are going to talk about that buffer here in a little bit. Shopping, I budgeted $70. I have spent so far $61.21, which means we have $8.79 left over. This should be plenty. I got some hair stuff. I got new face wash and sunscreen, so I should be good to go with like my shopping / personal care money. I should be good to go on that. For fun, I budgeted $150. So far, I spent $139.54, which means we have $10.46 left over. Now, I way under budgeted for fun this month because I completely forgot about an event I have. I'm usually pretty good about writing things down in my planner, but I don't know how this one event escaped everything. So I already had spent a significant amount of my fun money. Like we went out, me and my partner, like him and I went out and like had a good time one night. And we were planning on staying in the house the rest of the month, but things come up. So I definitely under budget for fun and going out this month. And I'll talk about that with my buffer. Next is spending, which for me is basically just my coffee money. And I spent $18.69 in my spending money, which means I have $21.31 left over. Giving so far, I haven't found anyone to give my money to. So I still have 10 or anyone to bless. So gonna be keeping a lookout for that for the rest of the month. Eating out so far, I've been doing really well with this. Like, me and my partner have been doing really well with really not eating out at all, hardly. I budgeted $65. So far, I've only spent $8.59. Like that's literally it. And we're already halfway through June, which means I have $56.41 left over for the rest of June for eating out. And I probably won't even come close to spending that. So next is pet. We budgeted 10 for pet. I haven't spent anything for that, which means I still have $10 left over to spend on my pet. And now let's get to buffer. Okay, y'all. So of course we never plan on spending out of the buffer, but what happened was I winded up so far have spent $183.25 out of my buffer. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video or earlier on in the video, I had an event that I just totally forgot about with one of our like mutual friends. They're having like, I don't know, they're having like basically this like thing for them going, they have like a go away party. I don't know why I made that so complicated. They're having a going away party, and it's gonna be like on a cruise on the Potomac. I live very close to Washington, D.C. So they're gonna do this like cruise on the Potomac, and I totally forgot we had to pay our portion. Jason's covering some of the other expenses associated with it. I'm covering just the tickets, which for both of us is $183. So totally forgot about that. So which means for our buffer, we are in the hole by $183.25. So if I add all this up, and I already did this, so I won't do this on camera, I have spent $587.13 so far on my variable expenses. And what I have left over, including the negative amounts in beauty and my buffer, I have a net leftover of $157.88. Now, of course, this isn't the total amount of money I'm gonna have left over for the rest of the month. I'm just kind of doing this for the purposes of the video. But yeah, so totally unexpected purchase. But this is what buffers are for. And I did put a good amount of money into my buffer in my personal savings with my bonus check. Again, I will link the video for my bonus check and how I budgeted that up in the cards as well, if you're interested. And so yeah, I'll be able to make up this money fairly easy. And also I am considering going back to teach this fall. It's not hard, like it is a longer drive now that I moved, but it is something I did enjoy. And of course, you know, I got decently paid to teach a couple classes. So we'll see if I decide to go back to teach in the fall. And if I do, my teaching money is almost exclusively, I've already decided it's gonna go toward buffer and savings, and that's it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, moving on to our fixed expenses. I budgeted $1,428 for my portion of the mortgage, and I paid $1,428, of course. We actually overpay on our mortgage. I watched a video of like, if you basically pay an extra $200 towards your mortgage every month, you'll save like $100,000 total, and you'll pay off the loan in like 6 years. Of course, 6 years early is what I should say. Now, of course, that's going to depend on how much you financed and property values and all that good stuff. But we did the calculations, and we are comfortable putting an extra $200 total towards our mortgage, which should be about a whole payment per year. So very, very, very blessed I can do that. And we're going to keep doing that again till we basically can't anymore. I put $50 towards water, so that is what I picked. So our electric bill for this month was only $125 total. So if I divide that by 2, that means our electric bill for my portion was only $62.50. I set aside $100. All of those expenses go into a joint account, and we're not going to take the difference out. We're just going to leave it to build up over time. Wi-Fi was $60. And then my Apple services, which includes my Apple Music Student and my iCloud storage, were $7.28. And guys, Apple finally said the ride is over for your girl. I officially no longer am eligible for the student pricing. So this will be going up for me next month. I was thinking briefly about switching to Spotify, but I actually prefer, I guess I feel like one of the few people that actually prefer the native Apple Music app to Spotify. My boyfriend, he hates it so much, but I prefer it. So, and I think they actually pay the artists a little bit more money than Spotify does. So that's me trying to justify why I'm gonna stick with Apple. But anyway, so this will be going up next month. And then my cell phone bill was $37.70. And shout out to some people who gave me some really good, advice. Verizon has been like trying to basically bully me into getting a new plan, which I pretty much flat out refused to do. But several of you put some options for like really solid plans that are like cheaper than what I'm paying now. So I think I saw one person post like $300 a year or something like that for unlimited data. I forgot the provider, but it works out to like 25 bucks a month. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that soon. So if I add up what I spent on my mortgage and all my other fixed expenses, so I can do 1,000. Actually, no, let me just add it up. So 1,428 plus 50. So far for our fixed expenses this month, we spent $1,645.48. All right, cool. So next category we're going to be doing is our savings. So I have budgeted putting $1,500 into my savings. This is just my personal savings, which is basically my 3 to 6 month expenses, emergency fund, and I was able to do that. In total, I think I budgeted to put $2,100 in my savings when I include what I put with my bonus check. So I haven't done that yet, but I will later on this month, and it'll be reflected in my closeout. My Roth IRA, I did fully fund that for $565. So I did put that into my Roth IRA. And investing total, I budgeted $175. This was my normal paychecks plus my bonus check, which I did do. I just haven't done that for my personal savings yet. But for my investing, I did go ahead and invest that $175. I am trying to get back into investing. So, look out for that. I'm thinking about doing some content on investing. If anyone's interested, we'll see. But yeah, I was able to invest in some ETFs and some individual stocks this month. So what we budgeted is $2,100 for the my personal savings, plus $565 for my Roth, plus $175 for my investing, gives us $2,840 that we budgeted to put aside. And in total so far, what we've been able to do is $2,240 into those various accounts. And I'm hoping to finish budgeting my savings, not budgeting, but setting money aside for my savings later on this month. Okay, last but certainly not least is the sinking fund. So far, I've only spent money on 3 sinking funds so far, which is car, medical, and electronics. So car, I started off the month with car with $212. And right now, I'm ending with $172.83, which means so far out of car, I've spent $39.28. I got a cabin filter and an air filter for my car, which was actually very good timing considering that, pretty much a large portion of the East Coast was covered in smoke from the wildfires in Canada. So I'm glad I got those filters when I did, because several of them did sell out on Amazon, like right after I purchased mine. So that's what that money was for. And I have not funded my sinking funds for the month, but I will do that by the time I actually have to pay my credit card bill. All right, next is medical. In medical, we are starting off with $201 in medical, and we are ending with 138, which means I spent 63. So of course, you know, if you've been watching my recent videos, you will know that I fractured my foot. So I had to buy a new boot for my foot. And my doctor straight up told me like it was just gonna be cheaper for you to get it on Amazon overnight delivery. So that's what I did. Then get it in the actual doctor's office. And I also had to get a prescription. So again, I have 138 left over, and I put a significant amount of money in medical with my bonus checks. So I am gonna be funding this for the rest of the month. And then my doctor's office, I don't know, they like charge like in a very different way. I've never seen a doctor's office charge. Like, you know, your co-pays and stuff, you get charged like one flat rate at the end. So I have had 2 doctor's visits. I'll have a third and maybe a fourth. And then at the end of that, they'll like charge me like a flat rate based on like my insurance. So I think it's gonna be around $300. I think that includes all my x-rays, the visits, everything. So that's what I'm anticipating to pay sometime in August. Let me know if your doctor does it that way. This is the first time I've ever done this. Usually when I go to the doctor, they have you pay your copay like up front, right? This is the first one I've seen where they basically save it to the end. So yeah, that was it. Okay, my bad, y'all. My dog was like randomly barking at like someone like way across the street from our house. So I don't know, apologies for the interruption. But anyways, electronics is a category I have not spent money out of since last year because I am on like a no/low buy for electronics. But in my electronics envelope, I started off with $117. I'm ending with $96 and 87 cents. Why did I write 987? And then I did spend $20.53. This was for a Bluetooth speaker, the one that I've had forever. I've had that thing since college. Guys, it's been a while. I graduated in 2012. To put that into context, I've had that Bluetooth speaker since then, and it's finally gone out. So I went ahead and spent 20 bucks, bought the exact same speaker. Hopefully it's gonna last another 10 years. All right, y'all, so that is gonna be the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy, please consider giving it a like, comment, and subscribing. Your girl would appreciate it. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.